Now it's recording. Okay. Alrighty. Can't leave that dangling there. I'll try that on a little later. Do the ones that have the little valve, does that kind of keep them from fogging up? I think that's what I'm going to need. I can't have that fogging. And this one fogs just not as bad as the paper, but still foggy. And that's not acceptable for me. Okay.
But you could log IMC though. Every other breath.
Yeah. Every breath I take.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, there's a song about that.
Yeah, they got you funded.
Yeah, I was going to say they have to change the name, right? Can't be the police anymore. All right. Is it after 7:30? Yes, it is. Tower's open. And it's calm, so we're going to probably runway 4, which is fine. Sometimes I ask for 22 because it's closer.
Did you listen to the ATIS, or is it off?
No, it'll come down here. It'll come down here in a second.
How old is it?
Well, we'll find out. Info and weather. May not have it yet. Yeah, I don't have it yet. Oh, well, I'm never going to have it on 074, am I? There we go. 3002. I bet we're pretty close to that. Wind calm, which you can kind of feel that. It's been miserable for days. Yeah. There we go. Direct to it. I've already done it. Okay. Blum, blum, blum. At idle, it sounds almost like a real airplane.
It is a real airplane.
I mean a real engine, or whatever.
Rotax is a great engine.
It's a big, giant chainsaw engine. Or weed whacker. I just fixed my gas weed whacker, so I got some recent experience with 2-cycle engines.
How hard was it for you to sink the carbs?
It's not hard. It's just real. It's kind of finicky. You know, you change a little bit, you check it. You change a little bit, you check it. You know, and I used to do it with the engine running, but that's kind of miserable. It's just in and out of the plane 5-6 times, but it's not hard. It's really not. The hard part is getting the gauge attached. There's a crossover line that has to come off, and there's a rubber tube that's very, very stiff. I have found a way. There was nothing you really could grab onto because you didn't want to take a pair of pliers to a rubber hose. But I can take a box end wrench, an open end wrench, and push it against and push it off that way. It works pretty well. Full ground with Experimental 284 Delta Golf T hangars ready to taxi, departing VFR northwest.
Experimental 284 Delta Golf, Bolton ground runway 22, taxi via Bravo to Alpha, wind calm, altimeter 3003.
Taxi Bravo to Alpha runway 22, 4 Delta Golf. And 3003, so it did change. Slightly out of date. And again, see, I haven't flown for a while. Again, I need to slow it down.
What to do?
I'm talking too fast again on the radio.
Oh, you're doing fine.
Well, I'm trying because I know, like with you guys, it's far more important. And the problem I might have is, you know, I don't want to have 2 different habits for 2 different airplanes, or you know, right? I want to be consistent with it, so I don't. If I allow myself to do it in this airplane, I'm going to do it in the cap airplane.
Yeah, we had a guy who would do the cap radio things real fast. I'm like, that was 30 gusted to 60. Can you slow down?
Right. Talking a million miles an hour.
Really a pretty day, David.
Yeah. It'll be miserable later. I mean, just temperature-wise.
Yeah.
That's what I have a house for. We have an air conditioner. I got books to read. I got a book to proofread.
There you go.
They're all, not a single one's been a misspelling. It's just like a capital that should be, or a piece of punctuation, a comma that should have been a period.
You can do that with any book, you know. I'm really surprised how many, what's his name, Isaac, or he writes a lot of biographies.
Oh, you know that?
No, I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but I'll find him. I think he's a god in biography writing.
It would be much more difficult with traditional publishing because you've already printed 1,000 or 2,000 copies, you've already paid for them. The beauty of print on demand, I can change that today. It won't go live right away because they review every change. I think they're doing it by machine. I can't believe somebody's reading that book in 2 days or a day and a half. But they have to be careful that you don't slip in a bunch of stuff that really ought not be there. So
I don't trust machines either. They're wrong.
Well, that's their problem, not mine, right?
Yeah, right.
But it just means that I can make a change, but anybody that buys the book in that 2-day period is going to get the old book, you know, the punctuation errors and such. But like I said, misspellings I'd be very embarrassed by. Mistypings, you know, little typos. I'm not embarrassed, but why not clean them up? It's not like I'm not selling 1,000 a day, you know. It's going to be out there for a number of years. I might as well clean it up. Then I want to read it. I've never actually read it. I've only read parts of it, you know, as I was writing it and such. And so, you know, there may be something in chapter 3 that I say again in chapter 5 because I've never read it as a cohesive book. So, in any event, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down because I like to have this closed when I'm doing a run-up.
You don't want to forget it.
Yeah. The noise alone would be an alert. Okay. So we're going to go on up to 4,000. That's the RPM range they ask you to stay out of. Get a little resonating in there. Very good. Very good. Just come back to idle. Low idle. Okay. You need to do that or you won't be able to get a stop on the runway. Alright, that's okay. I'm not going to need that much. I'm not doing stall series or anything like that. Okay, canopy is latched. Fuel pump, that's in. Check them all. Okay, we're good to go. We're on tower. Trim is set. I believe we're ready. It's a very simple checklist. Everything's in the green. Alright, so we are heading, actually going to tell them we're heading north, not so much north. Well, we are going to head northwest a little bit because I like to get out that way. So I'll give them that call. Around the tower. Hold tower, experimental 284 Delta Golf ready for takeoff at runway 22, departing VFR northwest. That was better.
Experimental 284 Delta Golf, Bolton Tower, runway 22, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22, proceed on course for Delta Golf.
Now I always use my heading bug for the runway that I'm going to take.
The way I can do that is I can set the track heading very easily. I can just line it up, this, and then hold this down. Honk, and there it is. Power's good. Nose wheel right about now. And then we wait. You feel that shimmy through the pedals? Well, you don't have your feet on the pedals.
No, I don't.
I'm hoping that goes away with the new nose strut. It may or may not, but it'd be nice. A little bit of down trim.
You're flying good today.
Yeah. Want to buzz the tower?
Sure.
No, I don't mean the tower. I meant my home. I had
the other FBO?
Had a guy, he was going to deliver some drill bits to me. I wasn't home, and I said, well, I'll tell you where my house is. He says, oh, I know where your house is. You point at it every time you fly over it. He's right. Pretty quiet in the hood. How brown my yard is. We don't irrigate. These people that moved in, they put that fence around their garden. And I thought it was to keep the deer and rabbits out, but they left two ends of it open, so I don't understand the point of the fence. Maybe they're just not done yet. They just moved in. Haven't had any rodeos this year, I guess, because of the quarantine thing.
Yeah.
They have like 3 times in the summer. They'll have a rodeo and then a concert. It's right off the Thornton Road. We can hear it because the speakers face straight to the house.
I saw an email I wanted to read. I think Mike Epson sent out something. I think Fort Columbus may. There might be some changes about the rotors and motors kind of thing. I want to read that email. I don't know if you read it.
No.
I'll read it today.
No autopilot today. Today's a hand fly day.
Absolutely. It is definitely calm. Look how hazy it is for Columbus, downtown is. It looks like fog.
This is my emergency runway off to the west, is Columbus Southwest.
Yeah, I like that.
If I ever need it, it's right there. I don't know.
Have you landed this on grass before?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do it today.
Right.
That's why I didn't even bother buying wheel pants because I'd never use them, and they were expensive.
Yeah, you want to be caught with your wheel pants down.
Right. I mean, it's another 4 or 5 miles an hour, which is not nothing in this airplane, but it's a lot of maintenance hassle.
Yeah, it hinders the visual for the brakes and tire treads.
They're pretty expensive, and yeah, I'm not interested. I had them for the 6, and I hardly ever put them on. I haven't seen the bison this year. I don't know what they've done with the bison at the little nature preserve over there. Usually I haven't heard of bison out in that pasture.
I've never seen that.
They have a lower field. They may be down in the lower field. You have to actually go park and go look down in the lower field. You can't see them as you drive by.
So are we out of Class Charlie?
Yes, we are.
All right.
We're monitoring guard, too.
Yep. Airmanship. That's something I think that's just not... Oh yeah, so we had the headbutt thing. It was really awesome, that keynote mission. So it's awesome. It's something I think you will enjoy.
Oh, no, I'm sure I will.
Oh, it's great. So what they like to do is just do the scenario, which they change all the time, and then after the scenario, they want to do admin stuff, and they want to be rated on how well the headbutts are. So you'll say, that was below the eyebrow, or too far away or low. That was too high, too close,
Well, in a 182, it's pretty easy to be under the eyebrow.
Correct.
It's a wall of panel.
It's correct.
I'm going to need a periscope.
Nah, you'll be fine. So it's really good work, fun had by all, and then you'll hear they do the script, and this is something that all aviators. I don't know if a lot of flight instructors. I've talked to high-time pilots, and they don't really know or recall the procedure. If you have an F-16 flying along with you have to go on guard. TRACON and airports use guard as a standby to call you to let you know you busted airspace, or if they can't reach you. Then in this case, if you bust the CFR, you have the F-16 go next to you, you got to go on guard. That's how they communicate with you, and if they don't hear you, they're supposed to shoot you down.
Yeah, that's going to raise your insurance rates for sure.
Absolutely, it's going to ruin the paint.
I am using the flight director because I like to practice that now and again. It's the same buttonology as the autopilot, but I'm doing the flying, so I get a little bit of both.
Yeah, and you can do your scan. I like this avionics system. I like the Skyview. It's nice.
They're pretty affordable compared to Garmin, although Garmin in the experimental market has come down in price, and they do have more capability. But it's capability I don't really need.
No.
Not in a plane like this. I think this would be more of the target market than, say, a Learjet. Traffic coming here at 600 above, but descending.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to Marysville.
Yeah, he is turned back towards us, but he's turned back towards us, so 600 above, though. Keep an eye on him. 400 above, so he is descending.
All right, I'll watch it. He's, about 6-7 miles in front of us?
Oh,
so,
yeah. Not really, just early awareness.
You definitely get overconfident in a canopy like this of being able to see stuff and get complacent.
Yeah, he could be heading into Don Scott if you look at it.
Oh, true. Yeah.
He doesn't have ADS-B, or I'd be picking up his tail number. Or not at least, well, he should have ADS-B out, but I'm not picking up a tail number.
And now it looks like he's going away.
Yeah, I really like this stuff. The interesting thing about this stuff, it's lighter and cheaper than the mechanical stuff, and far more reliable. Well, I shouldn't say that. It is a Linux computer,
but
which is more stable than an Apple or a Windows computer. But
it's definitely situational awareness.
Yeah, it's wonderful. the traffic in particular is so nice to have.
You get weather on this screen too,
Yes.
correct? Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably some out there. There's some out there.
There you go. Nice. Did you see that to the east of us?
He actually climbed back up. He's down to about...
There he is. I have traffic in sight. He is a beam or wing
I got
now.
Yeah, he's easy to see right up against that white, that bright white, isn't he?
Yeah.
I can't see them when they're down at, co-altitude. They're in the same haze I am. I struggle with those.
Right.
Go ahead and put this over here. It's boy, I forgot how to do all this stuff. I have forgotten how to do. Oh, I got to go com. Tune com. There we go. I don't really ever have trouble with flying the airplane after a layoff. It's this that what?
That's what we have with the G1000 people.
Yeah.
So
it's easy to get out of the flows. And I lost my monitor. Let's turn that back on. All right, about 6 minutes to go. We'll overfly it and see what it looks like.
Right.
You really can't tell if it's mowed or not, but you can see if there's something on it.
Nice day to fly.
On that traffic pattern. That's the wrong knob. 2100. There we go. I dial in the pattern altitude as just a reminder.
Right, I do that too.
Elliot traffic, experimental 284 Delta Golf, 5 miles south, overfly the field, into left downwind to the north. LA landing.
Tower out here, but I think we're well above it. Well, it would tell me on here if we weren't, but I can see that strobe on it. Their cell phone tower, maybe? Right? You see it, right?
Yeah, I do see it, Roger.
I don't know what any of them actually do. I just assume they're cell phone towers, but it could be anything, really. There's one down across the river from Portsmouth in it's either Kentucky or West Virginia. That's a monster.
Yeah,
you got to know that one's there. If you're flying the river, you got to know that one's there.
That was probably only 150 feet high, so.
Yeah, tiny one. They're cute when they're babies. It's when they grow up.
That's true.
Well, the easiest way to find Elliot is just follow the road. IFR, I follow roads. There it is. I got the runway. It looks the same color as my yard. Well, this time of year, you mow the tips off. I mean, the grass is starting to mature. I mean, it's kind of brown down there. Want another 100 feet on top of that. Plus its altitude. Want to be at 21. That's us.
Yeah, ghosting, yeah.
Oh, this airplane is so self-centered. Look at me, look at me. Traffic. No airplanes parked, no airplanes in the pattern that I can see.
No, it looks clear out here to the east.
No cars in the parking lot. Hope they're open. It's hard for me to trust websites owned by like independent places because they don't always keep up with them, but
correct, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're open. I think there is a couple cars there. There's some trucks. It is a truck stop. Runway's clear. Looks like, yeah, I can see all the way to the dirt, so I don't think it's super long grass. Looks like a little bit of wind from the left, but not much. It is quartering, so it'll be on the nose.
Traffic 14 right, 5 to the west, inbound for landing.
I didn't catch where that was. Didn't sound like Elliot's. Yeah, 3 cars in the parking lot.
What runway you take?
It's favoring
Yeah.
north, northwest, north by northwest. I'm Cary Grant. Swung around a little bit. Must be variable. Like the sock has swung around again. We'll see. Doesn't matter, it's so light. Alright, here come the flaps.
Elliot landing, experimental left downwind runway 33, full stop, Elliot landing.
Go out past a little silo here.
It's pretty up here today, Dave, you know? It's gorgeous.
Alright, call base.
Elliot's landing, experimental left base, runway 33, full stop, Elliot's landing.
Looking good. Nothing on final, sir.
Thank you.
More on the other side.
Burn. You will get Nordos up here.
Elliot landing traffic, experimental turning final, full stop, runway 33, Elliot's landing.
Looks a little wavy today. Oops, overshot.
That's alright. Looking good.
You can see where the swales are.
Yeah, you can.
So I think the way the water lays.
Almost looks like one of those British carriers, you know, has
Yeah,
that ramp.
the ramp, yeah. Dump ramp.
I haven't been here in probably 15 years.
This is a great little trip. I take a lot of people here that haven't flown before. There's just so much variety in it. And then you have the antique shop, so we actually, you know, more than just the flying. That wasn't bad for a soft field.
Nice.
Ooh, that was a bump there.
Well, it's the crap.
Yeah,
Doesn't look too bad.
Windsock said, it called in sick today.
He didn't see Alice.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anything Windsock Viagra? But I kind of prefer it this way, to be honest. Yeah, it is corn. It is. Hi.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Guy by the 4th of July. Really got to baby the nose wheel on this one.
Yeah. Well, you're getting a new one anyway.
Yeah, but I still want to get home.
But yeah, there you go. Well, we could make it a tail dragger.
You know, I really think they should have. I think if they want to do an RV-15, there's two things I would be interested in. RV-12 tandem seat tail dragger, or an RV-12 with a back seat or two back seats, like an Archer. Because the RV-10, more like an Arrow or something like that, right? It's a huge jump from a 12. I could see a light blind rivet, same kind of construction method, except with 2 seats, or 4 seats, and a Rotax 915, which is 140 horsepower, which is practically a Cherokee. And of course, they're heavy. I could see that selling like hotcakes.
You want to park between that van and
I leave it in the grass.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
We landed a helicopter right here one time.
You know, if you had a detectable sense of humor. Okay, camera's up. We had a nice breakfast, went to the antique shop, I found something again. This is a little bust of Lindbergh, designed, I don't know when made, but certainly designed in 1928. So that was our big find at the antique shop today. You want to hold on to Lucky Lindy there, see if he can get us home? All right, no wind again, so we're just gonna head right back to where we want to be. Seems reasonable, so this is gonna be a soft, well, not a soft field. That is kind of a soft field. We're gonna get the nose up real quick is what we're gonna do. And that doesn't take long in this airplane. Ooh, get some air in here. So this is what it's like to live in a greenhouse. You gonna call?
Elliot landing traffic. Experimental taking the runway for southern departure. Elliot landing.
I forgot what the runway number was.
It's not important. So let's get our direct back to Bolton in here. Recent. Direct. Back. Let's take a quick run up here. Just to get some air blowing in the vents. Quality of life issue here. Okay, good. Good on A. Good on B. Everything is the same as it was. We're on frequency here. Alright, we'll go ahead and monitor regard. Alright, we're ready to go. Oh. There you go. Alright. Stick full back. Gonna keep it rolling, gonna keep it rolling, gonna keep it rolling. Go ahead.
Elliot landing traffic. Experimental taking runway 15 for southern departure. Elliot landing.
Get that nose up, get it up there. Come on, nose, come on. There you go.
Nice roll. Did good. She's really performing in ground effect, isn't she?
Yeah.
I usually like to do this and then boom.
It's a straight shot back.
Yeah, right.
Well, of course it would be. I'm putting it direct to. But
No, but for the runway, you're lined up almost, yeah. All clear too. I don't see anything in the way.
All right, well, that's the way to do it. And you got a nice, you know, the engine quits right now. You got a nice paved runway right in front of you. I mean, there's cars and trucks on it, but you can work your way in.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice place to live right there. All right, you want flat?
Sure.
Your airplane.
You keep a hold.
I'll hold on to Lindy. Help me, Lindy. Joe's flying.
All right, I'll climb to 3,000.
That's good. I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute.
Roger. Sure.
It is not it's recording. I'm surprised it's still as smooth as it is.
Traffic pattern 2,000 or 19?
It's like 1704.
Oh, is it really?
I round up to 1704 because I can't do 04. I can go 1705 and then go down one. Here, I'll dial it in for you. That's you're gonna want. And the way we find that, we go to map info, and it'll be right there.
Oh, there you go.
So it's a database, but part of the beauty of this is the database that's in it.
Helicopter 0 Bravo uniform, continue. There's a mower right of runway at the approach end.
They're mowing again. They're going to want a little bit more notice.
178, exit the runway safety area now, please.
Give them a holler now.
Well, solid as experimental 284 Delta Golf.
Experimental 284 Delta Golf, Bolton Tower.
Experimental 284 Delta Golf, 8 miles north-northwest, like the land full stop.
Experimental 284 Delta Golf, standby.
Standing by, Delta Golf.
Helicopter 0 Bravo uniform, runway 4 cleared for the option on departure. Fly heading 360, maintain VFR.
Do the football practice.
This is the option, runway 4, and then it'll be 360, maintain VFR for 0 Bravo uniform.
Experimental 284 Delta Golf, enter the right base, runway 22, report 3 miles from the field. Traffic to the helicopter departing runway 22 on a 360 heading.
Roger, watching for traffic, report 3 mile right base for runway 22, experimental Delta Golf.
Yeah, he is coming at us. You can actually start to kind of bias your way. It's up to you.
Yeah, I can.
I try to get out of their way because they're hard to see.
So missed off runway 4, be turning 360.
Okay, he's just off the runway, so
Helicopter 0 Bravo uniform, roger.
we got time. You know all this. I'm just
Oh no, it's always nice to have a backup. Absolutely nice to have a backup.
well, I try to maintain the awareness even when I'm not flying.
No, that's good. This is why I like flying with other
Helicopter
pilots.
0 Bravo
Or you.
traffic north of field is an experimental inbound for the right base, runway 22, contact departure.
The traffic over to departure, 0 Bravo uniform.
And why we don't have him on the radar? He may be too low yet. He's just off though, so we'll be out of his way.
What's the speed for base and final?
I try about 70.
For base and final, or base?
Well, on base I'm 70, final 65 to 60.
Gotcha.
It
All right.
stalls in like 42. So you just aim at lows right now. Oh, here he is. Okay, so we have him now. That's gonna be interesting. Well, you can stay inside him, or
I'll do a little longer.
we're just gonna have to keep an eye out for him.
You know, I'll call 3 miles.
There he is.
I don't see him.
Just on the horizon line. Just on the horizon line.
Oh, okay. I had him there for a second.
Right over the big hangar, straight up.
Yeah, I see him. There he is.
Yeah, so he's coming right at us. All right, he's diverting to the north. Yeah, you can swing in behind him.
Hamboldt Tower, 4 Delta Golf. We do have the helicopter in sight.
Criminal 4 Delta Golf, roger.
And experimental Delta Golf, 3 mile right base, runway 4.
Criminal 284 Delta Golf, not in sight, runway 22, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 22, experimental 4 Delta Golf.
That's a light flight.
Yeah.
All right, that went well.
Yeah. So, let me see, where am I what are we looking? Runway 22, right?
Runway 22, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yes.
And trying to see where my put on runway 22, my heading bug. I like this. I like this power set.
You can bring your flaps down whenever you're ready to.
Yeah, I'm going to get there a little bit.
Just telling you, we're in the white arc.
Okay, roger. I'm going to go 1 notch. Nice.
Too fast. Overspeed the flaps. Pull it all the way out. There you go. All right, you're good.
Yeah, should be sinking nice.
We're also going a mile down the runway, so
Okay,
don't
roger.
feel like you need to hit the numbers.
And I'll keep it off the nose wheel.
It's kind of like a space shuttle landing.
Never landed one.
Oh, I've seen it done on TV though. Left rudder, left rudder. Left rudder, left rudder. There you go, perfect. There you go. I'm going to get the flaps for you because you're busy.
Go ahead.
There you go. Get a little bit of braking action. Guess we weren't in the way of the mower.